What's up guys, Alex here. So if you're watching this and you want to watch like Air Force vlogs or daily vlogs about my life, what I usually post on my YouTube, then this is not the video for you, because this video is meant to just review coaching business that I hired and used, and I just want to basically help other people have like a second opinion or an opinion of someone to actually go through, because nobody has actually wrote a review that I could find about this. So if you're looking for Air Force vlogs or officer vlogs or whatever my life is about, related to Air Force or just whatever shit that I do, that I vlog about usually, this is not the video for it. So you can just click out of it. This is a review video. I actually, you see me like looking towards this way because I have an outline. Let me show you right now. This is like outline, 4-page outline. So I don't get too, I don't get tangent off too quickly. Okay, so for those people who are interested in WCA or the Wealthy Coach Academy, that's what it's called, by Sterling Griffin, it is called the Life Changer Academy right now. They recently changed the name probably less than a week ago to Life Changer Academy. This is the same thing. I'm reviewing the same shit. Okay, so I joined WCA about November 2017, at the end of November 2017, and my membership ended around the beginning of April or the end of March. So this is a 90-day membership. And how I found Sterling and joined his Wealthy Coach Academy program was through Amanda Bucci's podcast. I listened to her podcast at the end of last year, and I was really intrigued by what Sterling Messages was and during the podcast, and I really wanted to basically have that kind of business. Of basically, he marketed it as creating a 6-figure business in less than 90 days for online fitness coaches. So I love fitness, and this is why I wanted to start coaching, and I heard it was a really good business to be in, because you could basically create a living and just going through online coaching. So that's how I learned about Sterling. And where did I first start it off? So I started off with 0 clients. I had 0 experience with personal training, and WCA invites people basically to start from the ground up. You don't need a huge following. You basically could start off with 200 followers and still make money, still make a 6-figure business, is what Sterling markets it as. So that's what really got me to do, because that exactly how I felt. That was me. I started out with probably 500 followers, and I didn't post any fitness stuff, so I started from the ground up, ground zero. And what got me to enroll in WCA was basically just his message and why, and it was so intriguing, and he marketed it as like basically you could create this huge income, and you could help people change lives just from joining us, and basically we'll help you build it from ground up. And that's the main reason why I joined WCA, because I really enjoyed fitness, and I think I could help people change lives. And the main thesis, the main idea of this video is to review what I went through WCA, and just to give you guys the main idea, I think the Wealthy Coach Academy, WCA, and whatever Life Changer Academy that Sterling just renamed, whatever his businesses are, it's a waste of fucking money. It's a scam. 99% of the people who are starting as like online fitness coaches or whatever coaches you are, whatever coaching business you are, do not hire them, because the expectation is this high. Like it's super high, and you're gonna get like lowballed. Like it's not gonna meet your expectation, especially with the amount of money that you have to invest in. So this is the reasons. I'm going to go through everything, right? So it's going to be a relatively long video if you want to get something in depth. Sterling markets his program to basically grab you as a coach, high ticket clients. So you would expect to pay a high ticket price when you hire Sterling and his team to join this program. Like I'm gonna say it again, you're expected to basically pay a high ticket price when you join this program, especially when you already markets it out as he's going to help you grab high ticket clients. And when I joined at November 2017, I paid around $5,000. They're really hesitant to give you this because it scares a lot of people away. So I paid $5,000 for 3 months of coaching. They also have a payment plan of $2,000 per month, which adds up to a sum of $6,000 for 3 months, and you just pay at the end of every month. So it is a huge amount of money that you have to put down, right? $5,000 is not a little amount for a lot of people. $5,000 is a lot. It's a lot for me, all right? So they convince you through, like, they market it as, like, they take screenshots of their secret Facebook group that they have of basically their clients getting results. And it's very... It seems very trustworthy, but if you like think about it, don't get too emotional and don't get too excited about like making money. If you just think about it, that's kind of weird how they just screenshot shit, and there isn't actually real proof that people are actually making this money. But I have talked to a friend that was also a client, an ex-client, a former client of the WCA, and he did make money through it, but he, like I'm saying right now, he thinks it's a scam. It's not worth the $5,000 to hire them. So this is what it is. All right. What's included in the program is 1 month worth of video modules. They also have like worksheets, so you could do and basically type in, and after you watch a video, or they have like PowerPoint presentations that Sterling just basically reads off and gives a little bit of explanation. And they have replays. That's what most of the videos are, replays of their group coaching. So that's what the video modules are for. It's basically 4 weeks worth of video modules. It's not 4 weeks it's not 4 weeks time length of a video. It's just they schedule it like 4 weeks. 4 weeks to basically go through all the videos. So these are not professionally made. They're basically just recorded like Skype calls, and you see like the client up on the bottom, client on the bottom, and then like the coach on the top. And basically this is what the thing is about. They basically pick a topic to go through, and then they go through and talk to you about it. And this is where the group coaching calls are from. So the group coaching calls, they basically on a certain day of the week, they schedule at this time that you could show up at this time, and you will basically interact live with a coach. A coach would pick a topic to basically explain and elaborate, so they could help out people, and then they'll answer questions at the end. So another feature of the program is that you could be in their secret Facebook group. I referred to the Facebook group a lot of times before. And what this is that this is where you mainly ask your specific questions, is where you're introduced to everybody else, all the other clients there. All the clients have this access to this, and once your membership's over, they kick you out. And this is where WCA encourages you and other clients to share the wins, especially so they could use it as their marketing. That's where they take their snapshots and snippets of people's Facebook statuses and Sterling posts it on his website, and that's where you see basically the testimonials, right? From what I've observed, there are roughly around 200 people in that group, and only a handful post their wins. So if I don't know the exact numbers, but they're always the same people, and they're usually the more established clients and the more veteran clients that post their wins. And so I would say this is off the top of my head. So I would say less than 10% of the people get results and then post on top of it, and that's where Sterling and his teams takes that snapshot and snippet and posts it on their website. So less than 10%, which is not a huge success rate. And then the coaches were basically with that Facebook group. The coaches would use that Facebook group to direct you to basically post any questions on there. So an example that I'm gonna post right now, I'm gonna post a picture right here, is that Darius, the head coach, I asked him a couple questions, and I told him my situation of how frustrated I am and how I'm struggling and stuff, and I asked him a couple questions, and then he asked me a couple questions to follow up, and I thought he was gonna answer it because he asked me to post on the Facebook group, hey, maybe if you post this Facebook group, you could get help out some more instead of me, Darius, to answer it right away directly. And I was expecting him basically just to answer my question in the Facebook group so every other client could benefit from it. It didn't happen. So I posted a question on the Facebook group explaining my situation and stuff, and Darius, or none of the coaches, chimed in. So only other clients answered my question when I was asking that question to Darius, when I was asking the questions to the coaches themselves, the authority figures of WCA. And I get answers from the other clients. I'm not paying $5,000 for other clients to answer my question. I'm paying $5,000 for the coaches who are supposed to know more answer my question, not other clients. All right. Like I said, that was kind of frustrating. And that makes me think that the coaches in WCA are not actually in an authoritative position to even give advice, because they don't even respond back to the questions, especially when the head coach directs me to post a question on it and he himself does not answer it. He doesn't answer anything. It's so dumb. Okay, so besides that, what is also included in your program is the accountability group. So you have a group of 10 people that you right away when you first joined, you're shoved into a group of 10 people or so. And my experience with the accountability group and just asking other people, they don't really help. No one in the accountability group really interacts with each other. It's a waste of time. Another feature for the program itself is the one-on-one calls. So in the introductory email, it states that each member has one-on-one coaching call with one of the coaches once per month. For $5,000, that's a whole lot of fucking money. That's more than $1,600 per month just to have one-on-one coaching call with the coach. Bullshit. What the fuck? Why is there only one? All right. So there really they didn't tell me this when I first joined in and talked to Scott Staker, which is one of the salesperson. This is the person that you usually talk to, that salesperson. He didn't say anything about once per month you only get one-on-one coaching with the coach. So beware of that. Also, I used it every single month because holy fuck, yes, I'm going to use all my one-on-one coaching, especially when I paid more than $1,000, more than $1,600 per month. I'm definitely using that. So I did it, and every single time I did it, it's if it reaches to that hour mark, the coach will try to direct the conversation to end. It seems like that they just want to keep your coaching call to a maximum of 1 hour. And if you reach that time, they'll try to direct you to basically end the call. And that's kind of stupid because more than several times I haven't had an answer to my questions and to what I'm thinking about in my head and what I'm going through to explain the situation to the coach, and I really didn't get a solution to my problem in less than that hour. So when they ended that coaching call, I didn't really get a solution to my problem. So that's kind of stupid. Also, there was so much just misinformation. Each coach, I feel like each coach does not talk to each other, and they give out random information to basically give to the client, and none of them correlate to each other. So an example is that Scott Staker, the salesman that basically sold me the program, said that I basically just only need to put about 2 hours per day and maybe an 8-hour weekend into my coaching business in order to make a 6-figure business. All right. And then Hector, the coach inside WCA, that when I did a one-on-one coaching with him, he told me to focus on the messenger process, which is a method that they teach in the program. He recommends to basically do that messenger process each day for at least 2.5 hours per day in order to get results. So that information does not, it doesn't match. So whatever it is, they don't talk to each other. The coaches themselves don't talk to each other about the clients. And plus whatever and that's like only for the messenger process that Hector told me to do. So you also have to do like create content and work on your actual business, create programs and all this other stuff. So 2.5 hours on one aspect of your business, and like that's already like that's kind of stupid when they sold me that that only had to put 2 hours per day on it. And that's really all I had, all of the time I had, because I work basically 12-hour shifts every single day except on the weekends. So like that's why I signed up for it, because I thought to myself that I'm ready for this and I have time for this. But once I got into WCA, a coach told me that, I was like, no, you have to spend more time on it. It's like, no, dude, like I joined in because you sold me that I could basically spend less than 2 hours doing this. The coaches will add you as a friend, but it's practically useless when you join WCA, because when you do directly message them, it takes them more than 3 days for them to show up and respond. And it's fucking stupid. And I think this is fucking terrible. And I'm so frustrated about this, because this is where I wanted one-on-one coaching. Like I wanted this, I'm paying fucking good money for this shit, and I'm getting blown off by coaches when I paid more than $1,600 per month for this. I didn't pay $1,600 per month, more than $1,600 per month, $5,000 total in 3 months to get blown off and get a little help from the coaches. So when I first joined in at WCA, nobody really introduced me to all the coaches. So supposedly there's probably like 4 or 5 of them. I'm not even sure like the total amount, but I know Darius Vega is the head coach, that he claims that he's the head coach. And I was introduced to Hector Gonzalez. So I was really never introduced to Darius, but I was introduced to Hector, and I talked to him more often than the head coach. Got introduced only to Hector Gonzalez, and I didn't even know what other coaches there are, because they keep on referring it towards their Facebook group. They refer to like different other people, like an authority figure, like they're another coach in WCA, but like you rarely see them interact in the Facebook group. So which is really weird, and I was really confused when I first joined. And so where the question leads, like, how about Sterling? Like they market it as like Sterling is going to coach you, right? Like Sterling himself markets his videos and his shit, basically saying like, I can help you do this. Like he's one of the coaches to basically help you. He is actually not in the program. Like he doesn't teach you shit. The 3 months I have been there, he only has shown up once in a group coaching call, and that's it. He once in a while, maybe once every week, he chimes in like the secret Facebook group that they have, and he just like writes a comment down, something like that. And that's it. And that's all the interaction I see Sterling within the WCA program when I joined in. I was basically sold, and I was convinced that he was going to coach me like basically one-on-one. That's what it seemed like, especially when I'm going through watching his videos, and when I went through his sales call, when the salesperson, basically Scott Staker, the salesperson that brought me into WCA, he like marketed it as like, why do you think Sterling is a good coach for you? Like he asked those kind of questions, and that in my head that means that Sterling is going to coach me when they kind of ask that specific question. But he doesn't actually specifically coach you. Only saw him once do it within the 3 months. All right, in a group coaching call, not on a one-on-one. So there's that. And you can actually hire Sterling for a huge investment, and I'll get back to that in a later time. Okay, so that sums it up, basically what is included in the WCA, Life Changer Academy, whatever fucking Sterling is going to call it. Now, it's a useless program, and I did mention that I was going to explain to you that Sterling has a one-on-one coaching, and this is what it is, all right? So for the next part, I personally did not experience this. I did not go to the WCA live event. They have a live event like basically semi-annually or quarterly. But another former WCA member, Rick Barron, that this happened, and he told me about this because he attended the WCA live event. So what the WCA live event is that they hosted this event in Los Angeles, and Sterling is like you just tell from his videos that he's a great speaker. He's very charismatic, and he just knows how to sell. Like he's so energetic, right? He just has an attractive personality, and so he basically goes to this event and basically speaks, and it's his event, it's his business. So this event, basically, you're just sitting down to grab advice from Sterling himself. He goes up on stage and basically talks to you like what Tony Robbins would do, right? But in order to do that, the live event in itself costs around $300 per ticket, and that does not include the flight ticket to LA. So it's $300 just for the entrance fee into WCA, the live event. And then what happened when the WCA live event was approaching, the staff members, the coaches, you can't even call them coaches anymore. They're just fucking staff members. WCA advertised this at least once per day to basically get more people to join. They would say like, oh, we can give you a discount price, blah, 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 but it's fucking $300, dude. Okay, so besides the point, basically all these clients that are already part of Sterling's business, clients of WCA, go to LA to listen to Sterling talk and give advice about coaching. And this WCA live event turns out to really just be a fucking funnel for people to pay more money to get coached by Sterling one-on-one. Okay, so the cost that he gave out at the event, at like the end of the event or whatever during the event, according to Rick, was $25,000 for 3 months to have one-on-one coaching with Sterling. $25,000, motherfucker. All right, so this fucking led Rick to think that, all right, WCA is all about grabbing just money. They just want to funnel money. They just want to create as much revenue as possible and just basically steal from their clients. Like $25,000 is a whole fucking lot of money, dude. Like I thought $5,000 in itself was a lot of money. $25,000 for 3 months, holy shit. And guess what? Some people actually fucking signed up for it because they according to Rick, they like manipulate you. Like they manipulate your emotions and they get you super amped up, super excited to like meet Sterling and do all this stuff. Like he's really charismatic, and you can see it from his video, like I said before. And you get super amped up. It's like, man, I want to be part. I want to be part of him, part of his team, and work with him side by side. And that's how he basically grabbed people to pay $25,000 for one-on-one coaching. All right, obnoxious, fucking obnoxious. Don't fucking fall for it. All right, don't join WCA at all, or his live event, whatever his businesses are. All right, and it's fucking crazy. And so I may tell you all this information, right? But what are my results, right? I started from ground zero, nothing, no revenue from this. So what at the end of 90 days, what were my results? So I completed the modules in less than a month. I was pretty fast burning on those because I really wanted to start generating income and really help other people, and for me, help myself and create like a business, right? And I did that really fast burning, and I started implementing as soon as possible. As soon as I learned it, I tried to implement it as much as possible every single day. I spent probably around 3 hours per day after work, and then probably around 10 hours during the weekend per day, per like Saturday and Sunday, just trying to work on the business. All right, and most of the work is just like I'm telling you all this right now because, like I said before, there's a 10% success rate, and I'm not even sure if the successes are real or not. You can't exactly have proof, but besides the point, 0 clients starting off, and at the end of it, I had 0 clients. So 0 progress. For $5,000, I basically just wasted $5,000. And I think, if I'm honest with myself, I was busting my ass. I was neglecting my girlfriend a lot of the times, and I stressed this upon, like, I try to tell the coaches that, I was like, man, I'm getting stressed out because I'm getting no results, dude. Like, you gotta help me, because like I need help because I spent so much time on this and I'm getting 0 results. Like what am I doing wrong? What can I improve? What's going on? And they basically deflect the question. They like ask about like, oh, what's my ideal client, blah blah blah. And it's like they ask the same fucking questions and they never really give you the solution. And it's fucking hard to work with them because they just blow you off. Like that's like the simplest answer I can give you. But in conclusion, I want to conclude this because it's a 30-minute video already. All right, I'm certain that none of these people that work at WCA know that I have 0 results because they don't follow up at all. None. Hector was like the only person that would maybe message me once per month and ask me like, hey, how's the business going? But once I responded back, like within a few hours, it take him like 3 days to respond back. This is not only him. I'm not selling him out, but that's for like all the coaches. All right. Especially Darius. I'll show you screenshots of basically my conversation with him. It took him more than 10 days to basically, I told him that like I'm frustrated with like the program, especially when I ended it, and I didn't tell him that I had 0 results because he doesn't even know that I basically had 0 results from joining. And it's kind of stupid because why would a coaching business not keep up with their clients? Like that's the sole purpose of coaching. Okay, so like they don't know the statuses of any of their clients unless you as a client are the one to basically harp on them, keep on following up with the coaches. That's not supposed to be the client's thing. That is supposed to be the coach's thing. You're paying the coaches to follow up and making sure you're accountable to the actions, to the proper plan, and to the shit like that's happening. I think I was trying to do my best, but I think I would have my results, or I would have felt better about the program if the freaking coaches would just keep me accountable and always follow up on me, like every other day, maybe even once a week. They didn't even do that once a week, like just to say like, hey, how's it going? Like, what's going on? Like, how can I help you? How can I serve you? As like, I want to help you. I want to help you build your business. They were nothing like that. That led me to believe that they're more about creating money and generating income and revenue towards their own business than to actually help their clients out. So besides that, I'll show you the screenshots of all that shit that I had with Darius, and it was just terrible. You can even see the timestamps, so note the timestamps on there. And so, especially when Sterling, I heard the story of Sterling basically charging $25,000 for one-on-one coaching for 3 months, I knew right away that they're all about generating revenue. They don't care about the clients, especially when in conjunction with them like not even following up. They just always ask about the money. You can even see like from the screenshots of me talking to Darius that he mentioned right away after I had a concern and I directly messaged him. His second question was to ask me like, oh, are you going to the WCA live event? Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, answer my fucking question. Help me out first. Like, I'm not gonna join the live event if I'm not even getting any value from your coaching right now, right? So they say that they care about you, but from the lack of communication with like me personally and the following up, 0 following up, it's fucking hard to believe that they actually believe that they care about you. It's sad to say, but they really just care about the fucking money. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you find this fucking helpful. And I wanted to keep this video as relevant and concise and informational as possible. That's why it's a little bit long, but this is like as concise as I can. There's a lot more that has happened, and ask me whatever questions down below. Thanks.